Johnson here. Welcome to Crystal Johnson Diaries. I just feel like I diary to everyone out there what I'm learning and what you can leverage as well, because I am brilliant and I have so many great ideas and I know that you can benefit from them as well. And I had a really aha moment the other day, and I want to share it for you business owners, service providers that are struggling with your message. Oh my God, I've struggled with my messaging so much. You are not alone. Like, messaging is probably one of the most difficult things. And this is what I found, y'all. I found that there's the message that logically you think you should share and do, like mind intellectual. It's like, this is the message, this is what will make people buy, this is what people need to hear. And then there's your true authentic message. This is like your soul message, whatever you want to call it. And like, when you're over here, which is where I've been for the longest time, like, things don't come naturally. And when you move over to your authentic true message, things start to flow easier. And an example of that, because I'm like, what does that mean? It means like you wake up and you're inspired. It's like you wake up and you have ideas and you can't wait to like write them out or to speak them out. Like it's in you and it has to get out. I don't know how else to explain it. It's like you have to speak, you have to create, because now you're finally like, this is a message that has to be shared. So how do you get there? Right? So how do you get to that authentic message? What does that look like? And I want to give y'all personally what I believe you can do and what I've done, and that's helped me tremendously, okay? Tremendously. So what is that? So what is it? It's quite simple. Your message comes from your stories. Your message comes from your story. Stop trying to think of your message from outside of you. Your message comes from within you. It's something that you've experienced. And even more specifically, what I did and what I do is I look at my stories and I say, where was the most pain? Where was the most struggle? Where was the most challenge? Where was the time that I was most broken? Where was the time that I wanted to give up, when I didn't think there was any hope? That is the moment when you look at that and then you've overcome that. That is your message. That is your story. Those are the people you serve. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? And here's where people get hung up on like their story and their message as well. Is you're like, at least I was, I don't have anything extreme that's happened in my life. I haven't had anything like really terrible, meaning like I haven't been abused, I haven't been abandoned, I haven't been in poverty, I haven't worried about where my next meal is going to come from. Like, only those people can share their story, right? Has anyone else felt like my story's not crappy enough, like my stories? But here's the truth is that you got to stop comparing your stories, right? Because yeah, that's amazing that they overcame that, but there's also so many people struggling just like you because they don't feel like they should be struggling, because they feel like they have to be in poverty or they have to be this thing to be able to struggle, and so they just live this silent suffering. Oh my God, the silent suffering, it's so real. So in summary, I believe that people need to share the everyday struggles. People need to share the everyday battles that they have. And maybe for you, I know it was for me, it was internal, mental, emotional battle, like extreme self-doubt, extreme insecurities, extreme all the things. And then that's only part of it, right? And other people need to hear that, right? Because there's this silent suffering and this facade. For example, me as an example, like, oh, she's made $1 million net worth, so she's so happy and she has it all together. No. In fact, I feel like success has held me back because I've been playing it so safe, because I'm holding on to that identity and to that success. And that success is done. Like, yes, I did it, that's great, but now I need more. I need fulfillment, right? And that is part of my story.